from Manalapan High School, and our case is an education in character. The case was students' academic integrity.
Let's join Professor Parker's graduate MBA class currently in progress.
To conclude your leadership studies class as part of your MBA requirements here at our university, you will complete a group thesis project, which is a competition between students. The thesis project the winning group of the thesis project will receive the prestigious Lincoln Award, which is recognized industry-wide as an indication of academic excellence. The groups will be Ken Roberts, Pam Walker, and Steve Johnson, and James Ambrose, Justin Gottlieb, Kaz Dushnowski, and Mitchell Frischberg. You all get a thesis cap. The thesis will be due in 3 months on December 21st, 2012. Good luck and class dismissed.
I've never really been one to do much work, and that probably won't change. I already have a job in my dad's company, so good luck.
Yeah, what's up? We're all gonna do this.
Probably not.
I cannot believe we got stuck with Steve Johnson.
Such a slacker.
Tell me about it.
What's up, keep on?
Yeah, I guess not.
After working hard for almost 3 months, it is now December 14th, just a week before the 100-page thesis is due. Ken Roberts confides in his roommate, James Ambrose.
Oh, hey Ken, how's it going, man? No, just watching a little TV.
Cool, did you see that new game with them?
Yeah, we're up by like 30 points. I fell asleep. What happened at the end?
Well, they won by 8, but they were off at 3.
Oh yeah, oh well, win's a win, yeah, right?
Yeah, pretty good game.
Yeah, anyway, how's it going with the thesis?
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, Pam and I were pulling our weight, but Steve, on the other hand, he's not really doing too fantastic.
Well, you know,
His dad owns that pharmaceutical, you know that.
yeah, that's just Steve. He's a natural slacker. I worked with him on a project a few months ago, and I did the entire thing by myself. I only got a B- on it.
No, the thing that pissed me off the most, we gave him the littlest piece of research to study. And when we went back and checked the sources, none of them matched up. We asked him about it, and he said that he falsified all the information.
What are you guys gonna do?
I don't know, there's only 6 days left before the competition. That's not enough time to redo the whole project.
Well, what if Professor Parker checks all the sources and realizes that they're all fake?
You didn't hear?
They're what?
Professor Parker's out on medical leave. We're hoping that maybe the judges that take his spot don't realize that our information is false because our oral presentation will be so good.
Well, man, you got a decision to make. I hope it's the right one.
Thanks. See what happens.
Now that James knows this information, he's placed in an ethical dilemma. The school's honor code clearly states, and I quote, "You will not lie, cheat, or steal, or tolerate those that do." If James does not tell someone about falsified information, he will be in direct violation of the honor code and can be expelled.
While sitting in his room contemplating this predicament, he receives an email from the dean asking him to report to his office as soon as possible.
Hello, James. How are you? Please take a seat.
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. How's everything going?
Everything's going good. How are you?
Good, thank you. First of all, I wanted to congratulate you for your academic excellence this semester. You have made the team. And so now, as you know, you've made B+ for all 4 semesters here in your graduate studies for your MBA class.
Oh, thanks. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. We're very honored to have you here because as a student, we truly uphold academic excellence here, and you have truly helped us make our university better. Hello? Yes. Yes, I'll be right there. Goodbye. I'm sorry, this is an emergency, but I just wanted to say thank you for abiding by the honor code and everything that you've done here.
Thank
Please
you.
don't hesitate to contact me.
Thank you. So, just wait a second. I'm a great student. Dean's list all semesters. Well, if I was such a great student, I would have told Dean Cyan what's really going on. I just really don't know what to do. Put me in some predicament. Ken told me this in trust, and if I tell the dean, I'll just lose. He won't trust me anymore. And so, I don't want to do that because I don't want to lose my best friend. And then, his team also has the greatest chance of winning. If I tell on them, it'll just make it seem like my team has a greater chance of winning, and I don't want that kind of reputation. And then my brother has a job at Steve's dad's pharmaceutical company. If they lose because of me, I don't want to jeopardize his chance of getting a promotion. He's a good guy. I don't want to hurt him that way. I just don't know what to do. Oh, hey Ken, how's it going?
Good, what's going on with you?
You know, I gotta talk to you about something. You know, something that's been bothering me.
Yeah, what's up? You can trust me.
Well, it's about what you told me the other day about the thesis.
Yeah, what about the thesis?
Well, you know, according to the honor code, because you told me about Steve, I kind of have to go tell the dean, you know. It's just been,
What are you doing? I trusted you and told you this out of confidence. You can't go and tell the dean.
you know, I've just been stressing out, man. I can't.
James, you'll ruin it. You can't go and tell the dean.
I'm sorry, man. We both know it's the right thing to do. I'm
You
sorry.
promised.
I know, man. I'm going for the dean, all right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, James. Gosh, James, come on.
Ken, I'm sorry. You know, I need to do what I need to do, Ken.
James. Come on, man. We can work this out.
In business ethics class,
Today, we're going to learn about the Markula framework. This is a framework for making ethical decisions. There are 5 parts to this framework. There are approaches: the rights approach, the common good approach, the fairness and justice approach, the virtue approach, and the utilitarian approach. The people who may affect our decision are called the stakeholders. We make our decision based on how the stakeholders are going to be affected. Last week, I told you to do some research really into ethics and higher education. Did you guys find anything? Pam?
Well, I found an article from NPR, and it quoted Kirk Hansen, who is the executive director of the Markula Center at Santa Clara University, just like the one we've been learning about. In it, he says, unfortunately, if you adopt that kind of convenience rationalization when you're in college, it will carry over as part of your character into later life.
Wow, so ironic he was quoted in that. Anyone else have anything? Justin?
Well, I found an article, and it said that 56% of business students admitted that they had cheated on at least one time in the last year. And it also said that cheating is more widespread in students trying to earn an MBA degree more than any other graduate degree.
Hope that doesn't apply to you guys. Anyone else? Cass, do something?
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. In 2007, at Duke University's Fuqua School of Business, about dozens of first-year students cheated on a take-home assignment. The assignment was only supposed to be completed individually, but they collaborated together. It's a clear violation of the honor code.
I heard about that. Ryan, did you do your homework?
Nah, bro.
We're a professor, not your bro, but it's okay. Mitch, what about you?
I found out that only about 20% of college students admitted to cheating in high school during the 1940s. But today, between 75 and 98% of college students surveyed each year report having cheated in high school.
Wow, eye-opening.
when making an ethical decision, you must identify the stakeholders or people that are affected by the decision.
In James's decision, the stakeholders were the group of James, Justin, and Kaz, because they may look as if they are trying to improve their chances of winning the competition. Also, James is an individual because of his moral integrity.
The group of Steve, Ken, and Pam because they may be at a disadvantage in the competition, as well as Steve himself because there may be repercussions since he breached the school's honor code.
James's brother, that works at Johnson Pharmaceuticals, may also have repercussions at his workplace because Steve let his family down.
And Dean Stiano may also be affected for not properly enforcing the school's honor code.
And Professor Parker for not implementing the proper procedures in his class and his future students, because now he will have to make his rules more strict pertaining to the thesis.
When making an ethical decision after identifying the stakeholders, you need to decide which approaches to use.
There are multiple approaches that James used. However, James focused on the common good approach. The common good approach highlights the welfare of all parties involved and respects an education system, a system of laws, or even an honor code. By James going to the dean, he was acting with respect to the honor code.
Another approach James used was the rights approach. This approach best protects the moral rights of those affected. This approach includes the right to make one's own choices about what kind of life to lead. James wanted to abide by the honor code and lead a moral and ethical life.
The last approach James used was the fairness and justice approach. This approach rewards those based on their harder work or greater amount that they contributed to the organization. Steve Johnson did not contribute much to his thesis, therefore he was penalized.
We now have a short video clip about academic integrity from Concordia University in Montreal, Canada.
Your transcript and see, gee whiz, this person was pinched for violation of the academic integrity. Do we really want to hire somebody who's not been honest at university and really shoots a hole in your career plans that could be disastrous and effectively cancel your professional goals? This can all boil down to just one assignment or one lab report or sometimes even one paragraph assignment report. And students need to be very cautious, very careful about correct citation.
We would like to thank Central State Hospital for their facilities, the Monmouth County Chamber of Commerce, the Freehold Regional High School District, and our faculty advisors, Mrs. Regina Hayes and Mr. Matt Inzarella, and all of the other facilitators.
At this time, we will now take any questions.
We're having some technical difficulties.
Before you began the competition, we were talking among ourselves here. How would you define cheating?
I mean, it kind of depends on who's defining it. I personally would define it as almost like a weakness, I guess I would say. A person who cheats is a person who is not strong enough to study or is not strong enough to, I guess,